when police don't a mag it like Satan out of hell go mash up people stand and thief when them fell in gun. What them to the market man? What them a treat the cat man? What them to the peanut man? What them a treat the dirt man? What them a treat the sun man? What them a treat policeman? How them a treat soldier man?
Stibbidim day, stibbidim day, stibbidim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening and welcome to the People's Point of View, broadcasting on the Global Television Group. Thank you all very much and welcome to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters and trolls. Good morning, good evening and welcome. For those on the other brands, I did not broadcast this morning. Sorry about that. But Drive Time London did return today, though it was our first broadcast of Drive Time London on the Global Television Studio 358. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. How do you do? Nothing is going in our country right, is it? Nothing is really going on right. Everything is about Andrew Holness and him friend them taking a cut. Because the man are going, taking a cut out of our pockets, taking a cut out of public purse. Because we now go done with the Matthew Samuda going in Andrew Holness. Corruption, crime, and that unfold in front of we know, Andrew. And we really cannot walk away from it. Somebody hold me tongue now, please. Nobody there know how to hold on to tongue. Come on, tell that idiot here something tonight. But then again, no care what you tell idiot won't understand. This is one of the fan over Cliff Hughes galangin. PMP criticism of this Northeast St. Anne's by-election is disingenuous. Somebody hold my tongue tonight. Careful now, hold my tongue. I may just have to laugh and lather the dunce. Disingenuous. How the word is spelled, Abka, and how it pronounced. And what does it mean, Abka, and who does it suit? Nationwide dunce. Getting a government for no reason. Roll over, bend over for getting a government. I'm not tell Chapajan for line up. Tell Chapajan and him or Eli Clark to line up. And him Skettel. Tell Chapajan. And him Skettel, Eli Clark. And Eli Clark, drugs dealing, drugs mule, baby mother. Tell them, line up. We talk to Abka. We not reach them yet. Getting a Wayne loan, someone Jeffrey and Isaac alone a drug dealer. Call Chapajan. Call Eli Clark. and Era Clark Jugs mule. Because this Labour government unleash a bunch of parasites. They just a walk and a take liberties, open liberties. This the one year. Wanna help me count. Wash a seat in St. Thomas. How long now it vacant? Beat and teach. Help me with the timeline here. How long now since Wash a seat become vacant? The JLP councillor, I think last week or so, her seat became vacant. So we have 2 seats vacant at local government. We have 2 seats vacant at local government. Then, over a year, when we catch Marissa Dalwymple Filbert a thief, she stepped down with immediate effect. Over a year now. I found that village attachment for you know. Can we catch Marissa a thief? Marissa Dalwymple Filbert, the Speaker of the House, from we catch her a thief. Hold on, I'm going to read something that just come towards me from It's in the Gleaner. Stay the little boy, we'll soon come back to you. Ministry of Labour and Social Security on Wednesday handed over grants to 70 Portland residents to assist with reconstruction of their houses that were damaged by Hurricane Gilbert. The residents who suffered minor damages got check valued $50,000, with $150,000 being given to those with severe damage. Grants available at $200,000 were provided to homeowners who had total loss. Oh, Jesus. When they talk about 400,000, Andrew, how that part did it go again? Politicians who are leaving, Andrew, we're coming back to that. We will come back to that soon. My people, I need to update my broadcast slide. Let me mumble and fumble and batter away at this fool because I need to bring some information on screen to you. So bear with. It's important that I update my broadcast slide. But Apka Fitz-Henley, given that Marissa Dalrymple Filbert's seat have been vacant for over a year, Apka Fitz-Henley saw nothing disingenuous of the crooked Andrew Holness refusing to have a by-election in that seat for over a year. There was nothing politically expedient about that, was certainly not. But now that Nigel Clark has resigned, Nigel Clark's seat immediately became vacant. The Prime Minister named the candidate who will take over Nigel's seat, but have not sought to have a by-election for that seat. In his bid to replace Nigel Clark, the Prime Minister requested the resignation of Marsha Simmet on Wednesday. Her seat became vacant on Wednesday. The Prime Minister yesterday, on Tuesday rather, the Prime Minister yesterday, Wednesday, ordered a by-election for a seat that has become vacant within 24 hours. And at no time the Prime Minister sought to do the right thing by providing the people of South Trelawney proper representation for over a year. Abka Fitzhenley, on the other hand, thinks that the PNP criticism of Andrew Holness's behavior in his political expediency and not giving a proper reason for Matt lying, little boy. Andrew Holness lied that Matthew Samuda tendered his resignation last week. That is not true. To whom? And why then, Prime Minister, you have kept that so quiet until it was politically expedient for you yesterday in your chopping and changing to announce that Matthew Samuda, who we know of, were in the Senate and in the cabinet. We only heard yesterday that Matthew Samuda resigned last Monday. Was that before, Prime Minister, or after Nigel promotion or treacherous move was announced? Which is it? Is there anyone here that can help us with the timeline? Which came first? His resignation last Monday or Nigel Clarke's announcement of his hoist to danger to developing economies? Listen to the criticism that this one is saying is disingenuous. Listen to why Dr. Campbell is saying there's no need for them. There's no need for them to contest this election because it's a total waste of the taxpayers' money.
As to how we want to get to where we want to go. We've charted a course that is evidence-based, data-driven, and we do not believe that the Labour Party is trying to rescue their failing fortunes, but because clearly they're not delivering. In doing that, we do not think that that should come at the expense of the public that is already burdened and already finding it hard to survive. We know what we need to get done, so we have a particular process to get our party ready that does not require us spending $25 million of taxpayers' money when people can hardly buy a pound of tomato or cabbage or sweet pepper, when people are admitted and are still on the floor in hospitals, and when schools have reopened and some students are in church hall because there's still no roof on their school. We don't think that is the best spend of the limited resources for a government that is trying to be frugal. So a government to cause a minister of government and a senator to resign to go and take up a seat. That person is already in the cabinet. They're already in the parliament. That person is resigned to go and take up a seat. And the member of parliament that has resigned, the prime minister, is saying that he's going to appoint her somewhere else. Obviously, they've made some arrangement that he's rewarding her. And then for the very next day to call that by-election whilst leaving a seat that has been unrepresented for more than a year, still not having a date for their election. That clearly is political political maneuvering and using the resources of the state for the benefit of the party. That is not a process that we want to be party to and complicit in. What we are doing is to get ready for the general election. If the Prime Minister thinks that we are afraid to contest, then he should call the general election and we'll meet him at the polls.
This one said it is opportunistic. This one said that criticism is opportunistic, but nothing of the Prime Minister who is playing politics loud in public. Can you all do me a favor, please? Can you all like and share the live? Come with cuss on, you know. We don't know me now, no manners. I will cuss on. Like and share the live for me, please. Don't make me turn over JLP rat on tonight. That me I want to know. Prime Minister, we want to ask you about some deadbeat politicians. Some deadbeat Prime Minister that we are told or suspect in your restructuring that will be moving on. Is there any truth to the argument, Prime Minister, that all these flinky flankers will be going? We know Mike Henry is dead. We know Manayard. Manayard's seat is vacant already. Is it not? Or is it becoming vacant at the dissolve of the dissolution of Parliament? And the White Samoda and J.C. Hutchinson were by half a donkey. You know, him and Andrew make up and buy an old donkey. Yeah. We are aware, Prime Minister, that those are going. What is happening to the fourth Prime Minister? Them employer are foreign too. Foreign want to bring Bill hybrid president. Maybe the foreign of them want hybrid president, you know, because them tired of the so. So if them have a bit of hybridism, is it true though that this gully queen will be taking over from Everett Warmington? Is there any truth to the argument, Prime Minister? Is there any truth to the argument? Then, Prime Minister, we're here one little Frankie Franca said there's a tussle, Prime Minister, over this here seat here. Because he said the president of the Senate son want the older Samoda seat. The older Samoda not tolerate it. Things are wind up, you know, things winding up. Oh, it's winding up. Yes, it's winding up. And then, after him dropping pants and turn around and skin out and wait to get it too. So there's a battle over this here seat here. Bips, baff. Biffing and baffing is going on here. What a monkey farting going on around here. Then no. We hear say, this see that? Hey! But then we hear say, Babsy say, Dana, you're not rough enough. Rough. Anyone see Shelly around? Rough as you hear me, Dana. Babsy say you're not rough enough to deal with her constituents. You have to come with a cougar mentality, Miss Dixon. Is what Babsy say. You're not tough enough to deal with the whole heap of gunman them. Your hand with nimble and shake to hand over guns to young boys, Miss Dixon. So Babsy say you're not tough enough. But wholeness say Babsy may not have a choice. What? Do I do? Because hope I know dead off for me. Hope I know out figure prison for me. Me, I got prison. And it me got prison anytime soon too. Chang can go foreign because seal indictment that foreign away pan Chang. What a disgrace. Hmm? What a disgrace, Prime Minister. It a pop down. And then, hey, Koshata, what do we have? The People's National Party, DK Duncan's son, they say, is going to Chilani South to run against Pat Moore. Hey, what a wallop. I wonder, then to post Duncan win and go back and go to him PMP roots with a seat, JLP. What a war. Hmm? Why we never send Duncan? Go down and send Hans go run. Because now, me could I use him kind of thief like him pooper. Use him as finance minister. Why you never do that? Because you're sure not he sentence down. Why you never put up DK Duncan's son down there, so? Hmm? I need to update my slide again. Somebody send an important piece of information to me today. Sorry about that, people. When I know say Marenge C did kill me today, maybe someone never know, but if you never know, I never come on this morning. Marenge seed kill me today, good, kill me, japadot, boof. Yeah. Chop some Marenge this morning. I mean, I tell you, cheat me violently, nearly dead. But I live in back. So if I tell you, tell the Marenge seed and Joseph, knock him out because too much of one fintech set for me today. It's a hullabaloo between me and your little boy. Because you know you're thief and you know you're a criminal. It is what's your government been marred by Prime Minister, is it not? Every ton with ton, we're not hand in a cookie jar. Member say, in a public, we catch Marissa Dal Wimple Filbert stealing. And if around corner, we go figure see her. Prime Minister. And if around corner, we go catch Marissa Dal Wimple Filbert stealing. Right in a public. When she pull up her hands up, we say all of the money color them. Panic. Wholeness never have to do. This chop changing what the Prime Minister do. This Martha boy, the situation. It was wholly unnecessary. It was a wholly unnecessary move by the Prime Minister. It's nothing that makes political sense. You cannot say that it's shoring up his majority because he's got an overwhelming majority. If it's a ploy to bring Matthew in before Nigel goes, to place Matt as the Minister of Finance, that would be a woeful move, I think. Because the whole heap of way I look the Matthew educational background and experience and all that. We find some work experience. We know he's been to the University of the West Indies. What did Matt actually do? Because we can't find anything on Matt to research. This is somebody who's coming to our elected legislature, Prime Minister. And we can't find anything on Matthew Samoda to read up. This is a scam, my people. Take a screenshot of this on screen. Because what I notice is a lot of people easily get scammed over the internet. So this is a new scam that's going around. If one make contact to these numbers on screen, you would get a lot of Indian accent, but I think the number is a California base, I think. And with these scams, they also send you a link that you must, for you to fill out to get back your refund. But within these things, these links, when they send them, if people follow along with the scam, there would be a way to capture your account details in the fact that they're telling you that something has been ordered on your account, blah, 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 and you should fill out this form to receive your refund. Now, given the amount of people that shop online, how much people that will receive these things that might have actually made an order online and may have used, because putting out the squad out of it, the geek part of it, it is quite a well-known brand across social media that sell things, you see. So these scams are people get caught out easily in scams like these. So one ought to be careful if you get anything like this in your email, any invoice or any sort or anything that is asking you for money, anything that is asking you to fill out a form for refund, anything that is telling you fill out a form because you have won something, please be aware of these things. Do not open links on your phone, whether it be in WhatsApp or email or whatever, if it's not linked that you know, if it's not reputable link. This is why on like on Facebook or on Instagram, I really would open Messenger. I really would check my messages on those social media messenger pages, because those are the areas where scammers target you a lot in your messenger as well. So be aware, always be aware when you get any one of these social communication, whether it be by your WhatsApp, your text, your email, or whatever, anything to do with money. Always be aware. If my bank calls me, if I get a call and they say it's from my bank, I said, hang up, I'll call you back. I don't take call from my banks. Even if the call coming from my bank is genuine, I do not take call from my bank, because if you use banking apps, within the banking app, you can call the bank from within the banking app, where you do not need to do security clearance. So once somebody calls me and say they're calling from my bank, I know they're going to want to go to choose security clearance with me. I'm not going to do that. I will, if the bank needs to speak to me, I will call the bank. So they must always be aware of scammers out there. And for those of you who may not be aware, Drive Time London returned today. We had our first show this evening on the Global TV Studio 358. That is where Drive Time London will be hosted on a daily basis. So if you want to keep up with Drive Time London, you must be subscribed to the Global Television Studio. That's where we will be on our second show for the day on a daily basis. But this new nation, Jankro, nothing disingenuous about the Prime Minister politicking. Saw nothing disingenuous of the Prime Minister squandering tax money. Saw nothing disingenuous of fraud committed, electoral fraud committed by a JLP scrutineer and Matthew Samuda in order to install him in Northeast St. Anne's. He saw nothing of the Prime Minister political expedience when there are other vacant seats out there that ought to have by-election, and the Prime Minister have chosen a seat that has become vacant within the last 72 hours to go for a by-election. Why not then? Rather than having piecemeal by-election, because the Prime Minister is saying, DT World Wagwan, either jerk world Wagwan. The Prime Minister is saying, yeah, when we'll have the rest, the other election, by-election, within months. I'm aware of 2 at local government and about 3, 4 at central government. Why not just do all the outstanding by-elections? All in Wagwan. Why not do all the outstanding by-election? It don't make no sense. This is one of the messiest, useless political play of the Prime Minister. It don't make any logical sense. Is it that Matthew Samuda and Joe Holness are going to step down when him exposed as one of the illicit, and then Matthew Samuda has been installed to be in the running of the leadership race for the party? Where are we going, Andrew Holness? The move that you made yesterday, we know you're a political hawk. We know it may be a stupid move, but it's not a dunce move, Prime Minister. That move has some intention behind it. That has intention behind it. The fact that you're doing this move around and you're planning to reappoint Marsha, I would assume putting her in the Senate, because Matt come out of the Senate shorter one at the moment on field side. So we're looking to see, if not Friday, by Monday, Marsha may be appointed Senator Holcomb Brew. It's all a mess. Our country is a mess. Our country is a mess. Those who are running our country is bringing down our country in a mess. A way of security for the, I think them think this is one of the ways to stem violence or disruptive behavior in the classroom. But it's not that's not the only thing we're talking about, though, is it? We're talking about the violence in and around the schools. Do you think having cameras in classroom is adequate enough? I don't think so. Not all the while our children get damaged on school compound. Sometimes the brawls are on the way home from school. But it looks like the ministry only want to deal with the problem within school. But do they care? Do they really care? When plate washers When plate washers like Chopper John can have such authority and school board, they dismiss teacher, what we not have, they go around at the moment. We literally do not have enough teachers to meet our classroom demand. But Chopper John can tell you, say, you're not welcome here. Chopper John, the plate washer, as we know, the project manager at Cornwall Regional Hospital. Another blunder again, JLP. It's not now going good. Dismiss temporary teacher cries foul. Montego Bay St. James, a temporary teacher at St. James High School whose service was terminated ahead of the new school year, is crying foul. The teacher claimed that the proper process was not followed by the school, but the principal, Joseph Williams, doesn't agree. In a letter under the signature of Williams and dated June 24th, the teacher, Tiana Taylor, was thanks for her service at St. James High. However, the letter noted that her tenure would expire on the 31st of August as a result of her performance evaluation being rated as unsatisfactory. The letter, which had on it the name of the school board chairman, Christopher McCurdy, Chopper John, did not have his signature affixed. So you know when you send a letter, a typed up letter, your name will type at the bottom of it, but you're still to sign your signature. Chopper John has not signed the letter. Oh, Jesus. Despite receiving the letter, Taylor is of the view that the correct procedure was not followed by the principal. That was done illegally because the due process was not followed in term of my dismissal. So I went to work on Monday and signed the teacher's register. I went back yesterday and signed, and now today, Wednesday. As soon as I entered the gate, I was told verbally that there is a standing order against me not entering the compound, said Taylor. Taylor, who taught at the institution for a year, is also of the view that due process was not followed because she was not elevated or appraised each term as a new teacher. I had no previous communication with them regarding performance or anything. It was just at the end of June that I got this letter. And when I asked for a copy of the evaluation letter they spoke about, I was told that on that same day to fill out one and grade myself by my supervisor, and I refused. I told her, no, that is not how it goes. Taylor related Taylor. Since then, Taylor said that she has not been to the Ministry of Education and office. They said that they are not aware of her being dismissed because they do not have a letter indicating such. She also said the Jamaica Teachers Association and their lawyers, through the White, have been informed of the case. 3 other teachers whose service came to an end, similar to reportedly receive employment at the school in the parish. When the Observer reached out to St. James High Principal, he indicated that Taylor was not wrongfully dismissed, arguing that she was temporarily employed and under the evaluation process, which turned out to be unsatisfactory. Williams said that the temporary teacher, the process do not have to go through board, but the administration that does the evaluation and determine if the individual continues. According to him, the documented proper channel includes an assessment by the head of department and the vice principal to the principal's input. He said the written document is then presented to the teacher for perusal and signature. He said some refused to sign. Regarding the absence of the board chairman's signature from the termination letter, Williams said McCurdy himself would have to address that matter. For this part, McCurdy, Chopper John, said he received 4 letters requesting his signature. He said the letters indicated that the service of 4 teachers would no longer be required based on their evaluation, which came out unsatisfactory. As a board, it is not our responsibility to deal with the day-to-day operations of St. James High. It is the purview of the administration led by the principal. However, the board alone always provide oversight and sign off on documents. But your signature is not on it though, Chopper John. You said letters come to you to sign, but your signature is not on it, she said. Schedule D, Section 1, Section 1 of the Education Code and of Regulation 1980 says the principal duty to recommend to the school board the appointment and promotion of members of staff and the demotion or dismissal of such persons whose work or attitude is unsatisfactory, but only after warning the member of staff in writing, giving guidance and assistance, and allowing a reasonable time for improvement. So an HR policy should apply here, Chopper John, where you make sure the staff get the necessary guidance and all that so them can improve. Besides, before any proceeding can begin, this section of the code will have to be adhered to, or a principal can be accused of neglect of duty, the code says. Once again, Chopper John will not have no experience or no understanding about nothing. Is it true, Chopper John, Eroy Clark, Principal Williams, Joseph Williams, that gonna sack these teachers because they're People's National Party supporter? Is there any truth to that argument? Is there any truth to the argument that the reason why these teachers being acrimoniously put out of a job, teachers that we can't afford to stay home because our job not satisfactory, but the one them wouldn't give satisfactory work, we not pay them. So just like Nigel, them a look for greener, extra greener pasture, like when Nigel a look for the extra greener pasture. Because Nigel in the greener pasture class, Don't forget, say, Nigel Clark raised him and his friend's salary to 300% before he tipped off to go mash up the world. Chopper John, we see Chopper John, a project manager down at Cornwall. Chopper John, a board chairman at St. James High. And we are told that politics is being played with teachers that we can't afford to lose right now. What is happening to those classrooms, Chopper John? But let's ask you about more Chopper, Eroy Clark, and Eroy Clark's Jug Mule. Fellowship Division. What happened to the open money want to rob up a fellowship division at Portland? Hey, everybody come get a loot out of this, Remember, say Marsha get 4 years to walk back our papa money, where our papa plunge into wholeness's support. Marsha get her 4 years to walk back daddy money. Matthew Samoda has always been a loyal support to Andrew from back then. G2K and all that. When you're in the Senate, there's not much to thief, even though you are indeed have a cabinet position. But really, when they in the representative, at this of the hotbed and mess there. At this of the hotbed and mess there, in the representative, they can get figure thief. Because them get constituency money for spend. When they don't get when them in the Senate. So Matt, I come take for him cut now. Nyama food government and wholeness. Because it's be a Nyama food galang in a guan. Do. It's a Nyama food government. I come make with Nyama food a guan. Is that not how they behave with St. Anne's Northeast seat? Nyama food seat? Is it not? How long Matt is going to have it for? 4 years? 1 year? Jamaica people don't know the way to go. But the PNP say they will contest the local government by-election when the Prime Minister calls them. But this politically expedient called in a matter of 24 hours of the seat become vacant by-election, BUY election. They're not getting involved because it's a waste of taxpayers' money and it's political opportunism by the Prime Minister. But there's a broader wonder to that, though, Prime Minister. What's the purpose of Matt being hoisted to the representative Is it to become the Minister of Finance? Is it to become a part of the leadership challenge when the integrity tell we how thief? We know say a thief already, but we're waiting for the integrity to tell we. So see your hand one where they have to hold and draw out of the cookie jar and dust it off and wash it off. So if I know Matthew, you wait pan for ton Camille, Matthew, you wait pan for ton, the Minister of Finance. You should be able to name your Minister of Finance by now. Don't you have a suitable pick? Why you never send DK Duncan's son? Go down a war yonder. Why you never send him? Make him win the seat and take it over to PNP. Granville, I wonder if you are one of them where vote pan dead Shiny legacy. Because that's all Harris Strong and Andrew do with Northeast people. Use Shiny legacy over them. Something where she never get to achieve. But that them use strong arm the people. Shiny. The people of Northeast sentence are so docile that them can't vote for a dead woman. Babs they say they are not rough enough to deal with fear bad boy them. We're talking about the chop change when Andrew say I'm going to make in a party and in a government. They not go get Babs the seat. But Babs is not comfortable because Babs think they are not rough enough to deal with fear bad man them. Them ya two ya a squabble. We don't know who for son pan the right. I don't know who for skettle the pan the left. Maybe Cliff could host a party for no sort it out, innit? Maybe Cliff Hughes could host a party so no can sort it out as to which of the better whore wins. Then this little gully queen, yeah, I take over from this your mother hall at yeah. Yeah, we just have to talk the truth as I go. And all of them are Bangarias leaving as well. All of them are left. Don't you wish for Andrew and Juliet and Chang to go as well? Andrew, Juliet, and Chang. Wouldn't you wish for those animals, those beasts, those corrupt traitors and criminals and thieves? Don't you wish for them to go as well? You think they can do any worse than they have done to the country? Talk to it. Do you think it can get any worse? I don't think so. I mean, I really don't think so. But anybody have any opinion as to why Andrew is doing what he's doing? It kind of don't make no sense. But then again, Andrew don't do a lot that have sense in it. So you always have to provide time to deal with some effinery of the Prime Minister. Because remember I said sometimes him come with it thick and fast, you know. It's just like you cannot get away with it. Nobody do. Nobody sits at the prime minister ought to be sanctioned and put on bed rest, if not straight jacketed prime minister. Because he said, how you walk round and I push out your cabinet, them where I choose and chop and change for. You just can't push out the rest of them and represent them, It would make a blind difference because anybody knew you care coming prime minister when I go see them, you still I go stand up in front of them. Save us some money, won't you? Just send off those old fools. And you want just do the thing. Have you not been doing it single-handedly? Huh? Why do you think you need help? You have been doing well single-handedly. Not only destroy, because we know you've already destroyed your credibility and integrity. But we know you've destroyed the integrity of good governance. We know you have destroyed the integrity of the Jamaica Labour Party. The crime and the stealing and looting and shooting alone, Prime Minister, you have damaged seriously the credibility of the country. The people no longer have trust in you. The people no longer believe in you. You've never seen a Jamaican leader that has been hanged on and quartered, tarred and feathered, hitched to the cross, Prime Minister, on a daily basis. Where have you ever seen any other leader in our history been tarred and feathered, hitched to the cross, the way you have been? It shows the people don't like you. They are fed up of you. Because what you promised, you couldn't keep to it. Neither could you deliver it. The only thing we see you do from your days at Ministry of Education is stealing. Did you even yourself, Prime Minister, there was your very first election, there was some issue of election fraud or corruption. Do you remember that situation where you had to go to court, electoral court or something like that? Someone I know you must remember that story. Then how is it that Uno wouldn't commit crime at all costs to maneuver Maki Samuda in the Senate? So this political and electoral fraud, Prime Minister, as something well much up under your belt. You have done it before. You have done it to start. That's why you can't tell Matt, say, look here, crime is the best way. Corruption, Matt, is the best way. Because we are JLP, we cannot win anything fairly. If we go fair and square to the people, we're a bunch of failures and thieves and looters and shooters. Look at how much Andrew Holness, you at the Ministry of Education under Bruce Golden tenure, and under your tenure, Andrew Holness, look at how the education budget is being raided, looted, and shooted on a daily basis. But yet, this Prime Minister always make it possible to tell us we're going to invest in education. No other government has invested in education. This government, we do more, we do the best with your water and your road. We spend 6 years of our tenure making sure we get your economy right at the top. And it's no time till we start sharing with Matt, Dana, and everybody else, except the people. Except the people, Prime Minister. Everybody come get a cut for the people. The people don't deserve for them cut. The people don't deserve a cut out of it. Our economy don't deserve a cut out of it. Our education system don't deserve a cut out of it. Police, nurse, and teachers and junior doctors, Prime Minister, no get a cut out of it. Young people will come out of college and university and can't get work, no get a cut out of it. Young people who can make it into the education system because life is so hard all around and government don't provide any social advancement for the people. Them no get no cut out of it neither. But twice now, we soon use naughty sentence as cutting seeds. We not give people for run to make back their money. Is it not? I wonder, can someone check for us to find out if Matt has opened any foundation recently or at the time when he came to the Senate? But this is where Matt would be opening foundations and not-for-profit brouhahas, because these are the organizations that government used to wash dirty money through. Thank you for being with us here tonight on the group. Join us back tomorrow morning for our At a Glance program, and at midday UK time, not midday, sorry, 6 p.m. rather, UK time. I think it's midday your time on the Eastern timeline. Or Jive Time London is back on. It will be on the Global Studio 358. Thank you for your support. Remember, you can like and share the live on any platform. You can also super chat, super thanks, and watch our adverts as well. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your time. And good night from the Global Television Group.